Hold on, I got him here.
Can you all hear me? I just do the final check, make sure everything is right, okay? Can you hear me right on the back, yeah? Thank you very much. A bit more. A bit more, Chris. How's that? Is that okay? Really nice and clear. Thank you.
I see it here.
Outran, agus a den úsel, cúis áas, agus anor dumsa, fáiltúróg, Macrúma, Outran na Héarn, agus a fear céile, Galar, Riv Túgalar, is Glóna Lí, Arlingshaw, Outran. We cordially welcome you to the heart of the Lee Valley to launch this tremendous historical geography of our region, a publication which will be an invaluable source of reference for generations to come. We are a proud people, a forward-looking community. In this hall today, you see Macrompians who have all worked hard for the community at large. We are honoured to have you, Outran, in our midst for this launch. It is indeed an historic occasion for the region. It is the first official visit of a President in office to this area, and we thank you for taking time from your busy national and international schedule to be with us. Thank you. Dennis's book offers us all a great insight into the development of the region and has immortalised the characters which were so important in the history of the area. This is an exceptional work and joins highly regarded publications penned by great writers such as Antara Padre, T.C. Murray, John A. Murphy, Barry O'Brien, Jim Keller, and many more. These are exciting times for us, and as the saying goes, it's your scéir céile of Varanadina. The Lee Valley is very fortunate in that the energies of the various community groupings is harnessed in such a way that there exists an overall community strength and cooperation. The collective community strength is only possible by the assistance of the public bodies such as the UDC, and here again we are very fortunate to have a fine UDC. The Cork County Council, FÁS, the Enterprise Boards, Cork Kerry Tourism, the Heritage Council, government departments and local industry. The Bailick Mill restoration, the Briery Gap Theatre, the new car park for Macroom, Leader 2, tourism and angling ventures are just a few of the community projects made possible thanks to the collective community spirit of our region. It is with great pleasure that I now invite you, Outran, to formally launch Macroom through the mists of time, Goramina Market.
Cathaoirleach of the Urban District Council and elected representatives, Attorney General, my Lord Bishop, and in particular, people of Macroom. I hope I'm not responsible for the lights going out. It is a great pleasure, and for me, a very special occasion to come here for the launch of an important book, Macroom Through the Mists of Time. It's an important book because it tells a detailed and very well-researched story, the story of Macroom through a long period, from in or about the year 500 right up to 1995. And I was reflecting that this is the third significant history that I've been presented with or present at the launch of since taking up office as President, the third history here in the Cork area. I recall the launch of the substantial history of Cork City and County, which I in fact dip into and refer to quite often. And on my last visit to Cork, I was presented by its author, Professor John A. Murphy, with the history of University College Cork. And now it's Macroom's turn, and I had the opportunity to see an advance copy of Denis Paul Ring's very fine history. It's, in fact, I think, properly called an historical geography of Macroom, Macroom through the mists of time, because he has particularly focused on the way in which the town developed physically, as well as the way it developed in the people and the different periods that affected the town. And I found it a fascinating and very well researched and very well illustrated local history. It is in a way like the historic towns atlases that I had the honour of launching on behalf of the Royal Irish Academy recently. It really understands the urban geography as well as the urban history, and I think that that's a great strength of the book. I am delighted that a place with such a wealth of history as Macroom would have its story very well told. For example, I was particularly interested in the account of the earlier part of the last century, when Macroom was very much an estate town, or indeed, as it was described, a well-furnished estate landscape with 7 significant estates round it, and the whole contribution to the planning and policy making in the town from that base. And then the change in those who took on leadership in the town. And I thought this was very well brought out. I noted that Denis Ring said himself that the greatest enjoyment he experienced in was working with maps, in identifying the spatial patterns. So he discloses, I think, his own interest and bias, an interest in the way in which the town itself changed in its shapes, changed in the influences on it over that long period of time. I have to say that I warmly congratulate Denis Ring. He's a young man, and this is the fruits of some 10 years' work, I understand, which he produced as a master's thesis. And then he was encouraged by that other Macrumpian, Professor John A. Murphy. You see, I've learned my terminology, and I've mastered the idea of the Macrumpians, the distinguished Macrumpians that are here on the platform. But it was right to encourage somebody who had put a lot of work into a thesis that was actually of a broader interest, because it was an important story of the shaping and policy making and decision making in a town rich in its history like Macroom. And it's a very significant gift, if you like, a gift to the town of Macroom to have written the story and have it published in this way. And it is very relevant to the modern Macroom because it is a strong base on which to build and to develop further and to enhance the sense of identity. I was conscious on arriving of the number of school children and indeed cubs and scouts and guides who had got back into uniform on a Saturday, which I very much appreciate. That in itself is a very significant welcome and acknowledgement in the Guards of Honour and the sense of involvement of the children. But for them, it's possible to have a much better sense of their own identity, their own sense of locality and sense of pride, and that is very important for the town itself. But also there is a sense of valuing the past, and I'm conscious that Macroom is doing that very well. You have a very strong historical society here in Macroom, and you are enhancing your past through restoring some of the treasures. One of them, the old mill that's well illustrated in the book, I know is a project that you have been working on, and I hope that that project comes well to fruition. I hope that's not policy now, but anyway, I hope that it is one of the ways of enhancing the present situation, as indeed were the crafts that I saw as I came in. We get a much better sense of how to move forward in the present by having an understanding of the past. And I was reflecting on this particular weekend when we are obviously thinking of the shadow that has been cast over this island by the bombs in London. And, you know, we're going to be, particularly tomorrow, expressing as a people a concern for a peaceful way forward, for a harnessing of all the potential on this island on behalf of the people of the island. And one of the ways in which people come together is in fact in a local history group. I have met a number of local history societies in Northern Ireland, and they are an extremely good base for people from both communities to come together and look at their own local history. It's interesting that this is something that brings people together. It doesn't divide them. It increases understanding, and it enhances a sense of awareness of place, awareness of how a town like Macroom was shaped, and awareness of how to go on shaping in a very positive way. And that is what this local history has done. The title of it, Macroom Through the Mists of Time, was not reflected in coming here today. It was Macroom in the beautiful sunshine, I'm glad to say, that matched the warmth of your welcome. And I'm going to be asked after this to plant a tree in the castle grounds. And that tree, as I understand it, is part of a grove of some 200 trees. And I have a small sense regarding this as a historical geography, that the planting of a tree is adding a little to the physical shaping of the modern Macroom. And it seems to me that that ties in very well with a history that draws together all the strands of the past and does it in a way that is so important to the future of the modern Macroom. Agus mar sin tá áthas ar leithream cuairte chur ar Macrooma ar an ócáid anspéisiúlta seo. Agus táim fear buíochtaíomh as an fáilte Loch Leonver a Kirshe Rome. Agus déanam cogád agus a crí le Dennis Ring as an star ansimúil atá scríbthe aige. It really is for me always a special thing to acknowledge the work of scholarship, the lonely, hard work that goes into compiling a book with the researches that this book evidences. It is a meticulous work of scholarship, very well illustrated, that tells your story, the story of your ancestors, the story of your town, a story that carries into the future. It's a pleasure to be here with you for the launch of this story, because it is, as I said, a gift to the town of Macroom and a great way to move forward with a sense of your pride in your roots and your collective history of Macroom, its people, its locality, and all that goes with it. And I wish you well in taking it as a benchmark on which to build and to go forward into the future. Gur míle maith agaibh go leor. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind comments. Aúchtarán, bhálum mo bhuíochas sa gháil leat as teachtain á láthair inniu. Your Excellency, it is indeed a great honour for all the people of Macroom to have you here in our midst today. The warmth of the response you have just received has much to do with the respect we all have for the office of presidency, but far more to do with an appreciation of your own distinctive style as president. For me, the honour is indeed a very special one. Many months ago, when I first thought about the launching of my book, I searched for what then seemed but an unrealistic dream. I put pen to paper and invited you here today. I thank you now most sincerely for making that dream become a reality. In wishing you to be here, I was driven by my own great personal admiration for you as President of our country, coupled with your deep love and interest in our Irish culture and history. President Robinson, Macroom has had a long and proud history, which I have attempted to trace back as far as the 6th century. Not unlike your own hometown of Ballina, it has experienced times of great upheaval, poverty and hardship during those days of land confiscation, battles, famines and depression. However, like a phoenix out of the ashes, such towns have gallantly succeeded in emerging as prosperous settlements. To you. Firstly, please accept a special copy of my book, Macroom Through the Mist of Time. And secondly, Martin Fitzgerald, Chairman of the Lee Valley Enterprise Board, will present you with a local wooden craft. May both be reminders to you of your visit to the town of Macroom in the years ahead.
Yes. Hello there, how are you? Nice to see you.
Didn't work at all, Charlie. Didn't work.
Thank you. Mary Rice, Terry, Terry. Steve Owen. Hello, say it's a lovely occasion to be here. It's a great occasion. Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
This is a catering area.
Ah, yes. Yes.
The school have organised this for afterwards.
Let me introduce you to the teacher, Mrs. Barbara.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Response.
Nice to see you.
These are all the students on the CERT training course.
The secrets of the presidency, that I miss most of the good parties. they happen just as I'm about to leave. This is going to be a good one. Who is responsible now for full training?
Our teacher.
Oh, you do that? I see, yes, okay. Very good.
Our swan actually got hit a large swan.
Is that right?
She was the dying swan.
Dying swan.
Dying swan, is it? Looks very well. I can see the behind you.
How you doing? First time in this course. Yeah.
It's the first year of this, yeah. Yeah, we went to school in
Oh, yeah, very good. Very steady. That's good. Fairly simple.
That's
Steve, can you see that?
Chat's too.
Well, we feel it's
Well
great.
worth celebrating.
We feel it's great.
Thank you very much.
For having presents so
Thanks
willing.
very much for civil defence. Good.
For having presents so willing to leave Dublin and to visit the local.
And I'm particularly interested in the local story. Yes, you were great to get into your school uniforms on a Saturday and come out like this. Isn't it right? Yeah. Great. Good.
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's
Yeah.
When where's the soap?
Where's Miriam? Miriam, yes.
Now,
Excuse me, please, just a moment. It's number one.
yes. Yeah. Well, I'm delighted about that because I think this is okay. Oh yes, grand. Okay. 24th.
We remember where
We won't forget that date for a long time.
Well, I'm delighted about this.
They're very much responsible for the proper use of these facilities and so on. And keep them on from there.
Hope he gets the rest of the soil soon.
Very much linked. Telling them the story of the two together. Well, I can get a great sense of, local pride and togetherness here. That's very good. Yeah, very good.
No, she's going out this way. Can we clear this here?
We was back there like.
I know.
President, thank you very much.
Not at all. Congratulations. Yes, okay.
And the lads are doing
Thanks. Come O'Brien with the radio.
No, yeah, the calendar's on.
Very close to now by the girl, so she's on her way in there by the girl, so give her a big round of applause. Here we go. Here we go. Congratulations and celebration. I want the world to know I'm happy. can be. Congratulations, congratulations. I want the world to know how happy you can be. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. Oh, when she comes. She be coming round the mountain. Coming round the mountain. She be coming round the mountain when she comes. See, I'm the feelings all the night. It's all right. I'm the feelings all the night. See, I'm the feelings. I'm the feelings. I'm the feelings all the night. All the night. She'll be wearing no pajamas tonight. She'll be wearing no pajamas tonight. She'll be wearing no pajamas. She'll be wearing no pajamas tonight. See where I'm the feelings all the night. All the night. I'm the feelings all the night. I'm all the night. I'm in the feelings, see. I'm in the feelings all the night. Don't you ever try your granny off of the bus. Don't you ever try your granny off of the bus. Don't you ever try your granny. She might fall and break her glasses. Don't you ever try your granny off of the bus. Here we go. I'm the feelings all the night. All the night. I'm in the feelings all the night. It's all the night. I'm in the feelings. I'm in the feelings. I'm in the feelings all the night. Yes, you are. It's a long way to baby. It's a long way to without your mother. It's a long way to her baby. To the speed of sky. I know darkness was mine. Take it lady. Farewell and stars red. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. And my heart lies there. So I come to troubles and you don't be back and smile. Are you smiling at me? I'm smiling. I come to troubles and you don't be back and smile. On the side. What's the use of you? It's never worth our fight. So I be trouble and you don't be back and smile. Smile, 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 smile. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hooray! The party's officially open by the girls' songs up for everyone Sunday. We're going to keep you waltzing by the girls. Love she gave. Woo! He loved you another. You'd never be mine. I know stick closer when you never be. Don't be cross over. Love she Everyone please. Come and be crossed over. Not trees are here. Behind I know the struggles we have running. Don't let me cross over the tree high. Hard to be seen. I'm sorry for something. Are so bad to me. When I take home, I work for all. You can't be on my spot. Of your here we go. I've come to understand now their shines, their deep, and else to die. All the years, I have found many now. All the years I've come to understand now their shines, their deep, and else to die. Thank you, folks. Take a nice and handy your next one. Come in. It's Halloween, it's winter and rain, it's harvest we kept it like new. Let me sing. What's now the first year of the program? And what she said, beautiful. Baby, heart, singing it, short and soft, until it's through. wash in the evening when water vapors from the mud. We spent the night breaking, hiding our feet, the walls in the shoes. His other head is the rain, his heart's been killed in like this. Everyone, what's now the spirit of the water? And what she said in bloom. They are singing it, just the storm. I tell you, bloom. I could walk the dawn, and around the sweet walk the line. When clear and deep was all, everyone would make our right. I Rock on the boys, don't kill my listen. We are inside the story. On me, you some right crying. Wonders of story. On my for answers that dying. On my device, get on. But got them children. I need me from the hyena. I'm not the white balloon. Hey! Cheated of November. The times that come of the blue. She must be tender. I hold it along in the year. Hey! Everyone! Last time again, the big moments. Cut the cake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hooray! Congratulations, congratulations, wonderful, happy evening. Congratulations, congratulations, wonderful, happy evening. Hey! Woo!
Go again.
Oh. It's gone, gone, gone. That's what she's going to say for once, and there's no better woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all here tonight. After a bad start today, we're going to have a good finish tonight. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight after a very, very bad day. I thank you for answering the invitations. You were so good to let us know because we wanted to know about the food. I want to thank all the people who organised this. Ted, Peter, Daniel, Eileen, Sheila and my 4 grandchildren. They were all involved. We had a gallant crowd making sandwiches today. They were outstanding. They were at 3:30. They all arrived, pouring rain. I said we'd peg them with each other if anyone came to eat them. All the food mixers, they were working all day today. They were like concrete mixers. They were that's all you'd hear all day, with queen cakes and apple tarts and brownies and whiteys and I'll be talking. But anyway, I welcome you and I hope and pray to God you'll get home safe and that you'll have a good night. Now,
And you were going to catch me tonight.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pete. Happy birthday to you. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hang on! Hang on! Hang on! Hang on! We have all the Hacknett family here tonight. And my son got married to one of their daughters. And they're big farmers from Boherbia. One he's so lucky to get one of them. So So Eileen's birthday is next Tuesday, and we will have a cake. Eileen! Eileen! Big farmer's daughter. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Eileen. Happy birthday to you. Oh, she's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow. She's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. And so say all of us. For she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Now, we're going serving food, and there's no insurance in the food. There's insurance in the marquee, but not in the food. So if you get a pay now, ring up Sotak, and off you go.
The world after well, will there be not a trace left behind? I should have loved you better, never meant to be unkind. You know it was the last thing on my mind. You know it was the last thing on my mind. Thank you for dancing, thank you.
Give Dance a big round of applause for the girls. That's the one to go. Right, what do you mean? What you do now for me is you get 7 chairs up in the middle of the floor there, turn every second way. Someone give her a hand there to get 7 chairs. Right. You must put away your drinks now because you might be taking glasses in one of them for something like this. But you all stand up now by the girl and you must dance around the chair, but you can't put your hand on the chairs. Right, you all stand up around, dance around, just march your way around, all right. But you can't, you don't put your hand in there, you're going to spoil it if you put a hand on the chair. Right, everyone up. Right. Now the music stops, you sit down, but you don't put your hand on the chair, you want to spoil it otherwise. Right, all right? Are you right? Here. And there was one gone. It's a shame to lose a good man like Declan Linton. Right, so you all stand up again, Sonny, right? Up we go, up we get. Right, here we go, and here we go, right? You have to hang it now, haven't you? Right, keep the hands off the chairs again. This is very good if it's done right, right? I never taught you that slow, have you? Right, we're going very well in here, obliging and to the... Well, then, how many have we left? 4. Yeah, we're spun on. Are you all right again? Keep your hands off the chair. Joe. Oh, well, now look at you. Give me a yellow card for that, for a bit of a foul now. Are you right? Listen. Hey, keep your hands off. You're doing marvellous for the one I never seen. You're as good as school children. Goodbye, 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 righty go. How's the sudden flash? Up we go, right? Let's get even my clothes into it. Change the place for one, right? Right, we're going to change it this time. You'll have to do a bit of a waltz to move you around, and Mary will move around the chair, all right? No, you have to waltz, do a bit of a waltz to move you this time. Right, yes, that's it. 1, 2, 3, right. Right. And Mary, you move around the chair, and when the music starts, the one of us will have to sit down, all right? Beautiful. One of you must sit down. And no must sit down too much in love. You have to get an extension on it. That's a nice spot price for this. A kiss for the lovely 70-year-old here on the so Michael, a lovely kiss to Mary. Give them all a round of applause when they come, fellas. The money well done. But Mr. Joey Redden down the first round of the they call him the singing farmer from Ballynatona.
Darling, but before in the fire there we are. But the weather is really at home. But on the days that may be at, for watch the blue smoke as it curled in the air from your father's what happened down by. And you vowed you would always be true, and that you would always be mine. But more turf in the fire, Mary Ann, for the weather is dreary and cold. But on the big sod, Mary Ann, we'll go weary and old. We'll talk from old times, Mary Ann, and the troubles in life we've been through. They can turn the whole world upside down, Mary Ann, and they'll never change my love for you. Mary Ann, no, they'll never change my love for you. More turf in the fire, Mary Ann, for the weather is dreary and cold. But on the big sod, Mary Ann, for we're both weary and grown. We'll talk of old times, Mary Ann, and the troubles in life we've been through. More turf. More turf in the fire, Mary Ann. You're very good dancers, so.
Marilyn, I'm watching you. Oh my God. If ever you purchase a donkey, let nobody say it's not class. Some people might call you an idiot, but never look down on your ass. Always be true to him, never say boo to him, feed him on carrots and grass. Be like a brother and love one another, but never look down on your ass. Now you won't have to worry when shopping, since you buy too much goodies en masse. Just parcel the whole agglomeration and shove the lot up on your ass. You won't have to worry at the garage. Check up for petrol or gas. Don't think of the miles by the gallon as you're driving along in your ass. Always be true to him, never say boo to him, feed him on carrots and grass. Be like a brother and love one another, but never look down on your ass. Now you find he's a cute little fellow, all dressed up with harmons and brass. No happier road can you follow than that which goes under your arse. Now think of the joys on the Sunday as you're driving your donkey to mass, and herself sitting happily beside you, saying, Johnny, fair play to your ass. Always be true to him, never say boo to him, feed him with carrots and grass. Be like a brother and love one another, but never look down on your ass. Now, if ever you go on a batter and drink too much porter and mass, if you're stopped for the breathalyzer, tell the guard to up the bag up your ass. And now that you're into the baggers, there's better things coming to pass. You'll take pride in the fact that you're Irish, yourself and the whole of your ass. Always be true to him, never say boo to him, feed him on carrots and grass. Be like a brother and love one another, but never look down on your ass. So be like a brother and love one another, but never look down on your ass.
I believe we're going to have a good competition on this end.
Turalama, turalama, turalay, 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 hey, hey.
what I have to do.
ship. There's only one rock, the one waiting for. And you sister, there's only one rock, one waiting for. But my girls, I hope you all enjoy yourself only half as much as what we enjoy. Thank you. So Mary, I hope you're glad we can take for your 100th birthday tonight. So nothing else, so say thank you. Mary's been our mother down through the years. She backed me all the ways. Whatever she had, she got me to pay for it. So thank you, Mary. And thank you all for the family and Sheila and everyone. The whole lot of them. We call them the late committees. So we look for that here, so on behalf of my baby daughter, Regina, on behalf of the Almighty, I'd like to thank you all on my house, so you can stay away for the rest of the night, so we meet you again. If you enjoyed yourself, tell your friends. If you didn't, don't say a word, alright? So we meet you again. Good night to you all. Stay to you. When I was a mystery, I only wanted to read in the book. Long be the hope. It's not a meaning I don't me the more. Long be that hope. Let the sun roll the rock on the meeting's rock. It's more. Long be the hope. It's not a meaning I don't me the more. Long be that hope. All my love, all my hatred, don't know what she means to her. But even me, was really sick, but then for me. I love my way, thinking of his face, and even me, was really sick, but then for me. Baby, on the clock, it's coming to us. The genius in your life turns all the pain in my heart. It was rust. I kissed my money down. It'll be all before me, your ship, but your time's come. It's like me again. I leave behind all more to be. This more to say. I just went on the gun. It'll be all. I forgot to mention, by the way, all the youngsters here tonight, all the grandchildren. We're at the sticky notes and giving them a round of applause. Thank you all now and enjoy yourself. Meet you all. We're waiting this. On the clock, on the wall, it's lying short. The Jesus in your eye says, on the page in my heart, it's close. I kiss my money down, it'll be all over. It's a long way to Prairie. It's a long way to, without you, it's a long way to Prairie, to the sea. Just like on the corner of my Piccadilly. Woo! Pay my last spread. It's a long, long way to Prairie. And my heart flies. Let's hear from Mary again. So I got the trouble in you. Keep on smile, everyone. I got the trouble in you. Keep on smile, on this night. All these should be. It's never was why. So I got the trouble in you. Keep on not right. One more time. We need to say, we say, I'm partly take my hand. I asked again last night. Only one. I prayed to God that when night you are, but my other can't make a pressure. If I what she said, but he got an egg, he puts up as small away from my door. But my God can't make a pressure. If I what she said, but he got an egg, he puts up as small away from my door. Consider carrying to my mommy, down the hand of 7 also to be open. You can see